All right, and we are recording, I believe.
Yes.
All right, it's recording. So, welcome everybody. Hello, Internet. I'm Sophia the Orange, modernly known as Lara Coutinho Dean, and this is my adorable husband, Manus, and our Kingdom Webminister, Melchior. So we're here to give you just a little help in understanding what options you have available for online conferencing. We're going to discuss two of them. There are many, many more. These are two that we particularly like, that we think are good for Scadians who are at home wishing they were at an SCA event and wanting to teach classes or share stuff or talk amongst yourselves, however you like to do. So right now we're using Zoom. Zoom.us is a great service that a lot of people are using nowadays. We're also going to talk about Google Hangouts. So I'm going to share my screen, and while I'm doing that, Mel, could you do me a favor and real quick introduce yourself and what your job is, because you're really important.
That's very kind of you to say. So I'm the Kingdom Webminister. I am the technical behind the scenes guy for a lot of the website stuff. And the reason I'm here tonight is to address any questions that come up in the discussion with regards to these particular two platforms and how they can be used in the sense or the context of SCA environments. These are two of the most commonly referenced, commonly used products, and I've been asked a lot of questions about why one should be used over the other. So I'm hoping to be able to add a little bit to the discussion to Sophia's technical expertise. So, we have two good platforms here. There are, as she said, there are many others out there, and we're just hoping to give you a little bit of a taste of that. So thank you for inviting me.
Super. So here's our taste. We got two tastes, Zoom.us and Google Hangouts. And we've pulled together some of the aspects you're going to want to consider when choosing a platform. Both have a free account with basic services and then a paid account with additional features. So on Zoom.us, your basic free account gives you the basic video call that you're experiencing now with video and audio all happening at once. You've also got a chat box and screen sharing. I'm screen sharing a PowerPoint slide right now by this text that you're seeing is a PowerPoint slide I'm sharing from my desktop. You can also have an audio only phone call in to a Zoom call. So you can have everybody on your webcams and then one person whose internet is out and they're calling on the phone, and they still can include themselves in the conversation. The free account on Zoom allows unlimited time for 2 users, just 2 people talking, and 40 minutes of a limitation for more than 2 users. You also have a limit of 100 people, and you can restart it after 40 minutes if you don't mind dropping it all and then getting right back on again. A little hassle, but it can be done. You can also record your sessions as an MP4 file and store those recordings locally only. You also can do fun, adorable virtual backgrounds like Manus is doing right now, because he's not actually in Germany in front of Castle, but he's using a picture from vacation last year. You can do fun virtual backgrounds, and oh look, there's some that Zoom provides, isn't it? Those are from Zoom. So you can have fun with it too. There's all sorts of great things there. Now,
those are actually mine.
Huh?
Those are actually mine. These are the ones. These are the ones that Zoom provided.
Oh, that's nice.
And the grass and
San Francisco
Golden Gate Bridge.
I love that. What fun. So the paid account is going to give you what seems like unlimited, but it's actually a limit of 24 hours for a single phone call, and a limit of 100 users. And you can record the sessions still, but you can store them in your account in the cloud. And it costs $150 a year, which boils down to about $12.50 a month. And I tell you, Manus and I have paid for this for a bunch of years, and we use it all the time, and we consider it really worthwhile. So if you are interested in spending something like that, we have gotten really good value out of it. You do have to start up a new account on zoom.us, but only the host has to have an account. So for instance, when Manus and I are hosting an online rehearsal for eForenzy, we host the meeting and then everybody else can join in without having to have any special account. Now moving over to Google Hangouts, the basic free account gives you many of the same features, chat box, audio through the web, your video, and screen sharing. Has a limit of 25 users, but no limit on the time. You do not record on it. You can't do a recording on Google Hangouts. And all the users involved must have a Google account and be logged into it in order to participate. And all the users that have a Google account already have Google Hangouts right in there. I'm going to show you where to look that up in just a minute. And the paid account sometimes is called a G Suite Meet. Meet is the function, and it has a few more things, like it's got easy links to Zoom, their partners, and it allows non-Google users to participate. And you can also, for now, make recordings and store those files locally. And that seems to be something they're doing right now during this new situation we're in. So watch for updates from Google on when they're going to shut that off. So you do have a requirement to have a Google account to make that happen. So guys, did I miss anything? Did we cover all the basics?
I think so.
All right, super.
There was one thing that I wanted to mention, and it's gone from me now, so oops.
Oh no, write it down, get a post-it note quick. Alrighty, I'm gonna go back and share my screen on the Zoom account. So what a person does when they first start out on Zoom is you need to go to zoom.us and start up an account. And these are the kinds of things you're going to see on your initial control panel. You've got your account number, and you've also got a personal meeting ID. And so this number, this link, is going to be available to you anytime when you want to start an instant meeting. You can also schedule a meeting.
So
as you can see, we've got lots of them scheduled here.
If I may,
yeah.
If you will allow me to share my screen.
Oh, sure. Let's demonstrate that. I'm going to stop my share, and I think you can go ahead and do it now.
This is the basic account. Great. And what it looks like. Mm-hmm. You see right here, it says basic. Mm. So it looks pretty much the same, but you can see that there are a few differences.
Yeah, it's simpler, fewer features.
But you do have a personal meeting ID, and you can schedule meetings. Mm-hmm. And it does allow recordings, but they would need to be local.
Super. All right, great.
See, there shows some meetings I had local.
All righty.
Back to you.
All right, thanks. All right, so now I'm going to move on to Google Hangouts and touch on that. While I'm bringing that up, Mel, do you have anything else you want to add for the moment while I find my Google Hangouts?
No, I think you're really covering the basic capabilities of the platforms really well.
All right.
And that's great. The question that's going to come up from a lot of the end user people is going to be which one is, going to be best, and really stay tuned, look at the features and see which things work best for you and your group.
I agree completely. There's no one perfect online sharing tool. They all have different advantages and disadvantages.
So one of the things about Zoom is that there is a local client that you download, at least for Windows and Mac. Yeah, you also need an app for iOS or for Android. So those are capabilities, and in a lot of ways, if you are using Chrome as your browser, you've already got a lot of you have a Google account. When you get into Hangouts, it's already there, built in.
Now, so you used an advanced tech word. You said the word client. So
right.
If I understand correctly, right, I think when you say client, it means it's a little piece of software you have to download to your computer. Right?
And install.
Okay. All right. I had to learn that. Not everybody gets that in college. All right, super. So I'm going to look at Google Hangouts real quick and going off of what you said about how you don't need an extra client, a little piece of software that you download for Google Hangouts. Everybody who has a Google account already has this available. So I'm looking at regular old google.com and I'm logged in here. This little picture of me says I'm logged in. And the 9-box grid icon is a pull-down menu. And you may, depending on your configuration, you may already see it, but a lot of people don't, not in the default setting. So as you scroll down, all these lovely options that Google has for you, there it is. We got Hangouts right here. So once you click that button, you're gonna, oops, sorry, that's the help. Help is great. Always look for help on Google. There's plenty of things that they'll do for you. This is what Google Hangouts looks like once you open it up. Now on the chat over here on the right, Manus and I were chatting just to test it out. So I'm gonna close it and start over and say here on the left are my Google connections that I've already connected with. And here we've got Manus, and I just clicked it once and it opens up a chat. And so I can say, hi Manus. And he's gonna chat back to say something nice to me, hopefully. There he is, he's saying hi honey, hi. And the picture of me there is just a picture that I shared because you can also click the little icon and share pictures if you wanna share things real quick that way. Now you also have a phone call that you can make, and that's not the real phone. That is, that's gonna be just making a phone call through the internet to somebody who you have the phone number for and who also has a Google account. So they're gonna have to be logged in order for you to reach them. Similarly with the video call, you pretty much will click on this and open up your Google contacts in order to reach people this way. So you'll be able to invite people as long as they are already logged into Google.
Would you like to demonstrate that? I will drop off the Zoom call and you can connect me via Google Hangouts.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Okay. Bye-bye, honey. So I'm going to ping him on a video call. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to look at the little menu off of his account here and hit the little video call button and see if I can get him to answer. I'm going to invite him. So far, I'm the only one here. Oh, there he is. Hi, honey. Oh, yeah, it's your office instead of the castle. How sad. Well, hey, you know, I'm glad you're safe in your office and not off in Germany. That's fine. Great.
I'm not picking up any audio.
Oh, you're not. Oh, okay. So I can hear him, and chances are good. Chances are good the audio is not coming across on the Zoom call recording either. So, all right. So that's just us mixing platforms a little too much. All right. All right. Thanks, honey. Come back to the Zoom call. So that's all we really wanted to cover tonight is the basics of the two platforms, how you just get started, and we can certainly cover more of the specific buttons you push to get things to do what you want them to do later on. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and get back to the videos. So that's what I think we need to cover tonight. What do you think, Mel?
No, I think that's a really good introduction. And one of the things that I would like to point out is that both of these are perfectly viable options. And there isn't really a one true best of the two. And this is what I was saying before, of finding what works well for you and your group. If you have a small group where everybody is really adopted into the Google ecosystem, then Hangouts is a very viable option.
Yeah, it's great.
And if you're not, if you have a lot of dispersed members or people that are using different technologies, Zoom or one of the other options is a fantastic alternative, or not even an alternative, it's a fantastic option. It really works well for what it is, and it provides a lot of features, getting into that point and clicky button kind of overview. But it's a very feature-rich environment and provides a lot of capabilities. So, can you go wrong? Hypothetically, but the technologies are both really robust, and they're very well suited to what we're trying to do in this time of the digital SCA. So
I agree.
Thank you so much for giving us this introduction.
Oh, thanks for doing it with me, Mel. This is a good time, and I think a lot of people are going to be helped. So, hey, in future, where do they go for help? What's your email?
Webminister@atlantia.sca.org. I will not have the answer. I will not have the answer to every question.
Right.
What I can do for you is usually find somebody that does.
Yeah, so, I'm happy to help too. And Manus is also happy to help. I'm speaking for him, but we've certainly done this a lot. So we have done this a lot, and we're happy to help. So reach out, Facebook, email, all of it. And as a team, Atlantia, we're going to get through this and still have a good time while we wait out the storm.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to end the recording, and we'll post it somewhere.